like Myles Garrett exploded on the sideline through his helmet, and I'm telling you right now, this footage is graphic. It is getting real for the Cleveland Browns, but it's definitely getting real for their all-pro defensive end, Myles Garrett. He had a career-high day today, and they somehow could not get the win.
Something's breaking inside the Cleveland Browns, and it's not just another disappointing Sunday. This time, it's Myles Garrett, the heart and soul of this defense, the franchise cornerstone, the face of Cleveland football, completely losing his composure. After yet another ugly loss, Garrett wasn't just frustrated. He snapped. Helmet slammed, tempers flared, eyes burning with disbelief and exhaustion. And when you hear what he said after the game and what it truly reveals about Kevin Stefanski, Dillon Gabriel, and the state of this team, you'll understand why fans everywhere are saying Myles Garrett is done with this nonsense.
Everybody buy. What did I expect? I expect to go compete. Evidently, that's not in people's mindset. This is why you slam helmet.
Check this out. 5 sacks, single game franchise record. I'm telling you what, unbelievable.
And the fastest ever, or the most sacks, I should say, for a player under 30, but he's upset because...
That is why, you see this, you see the level of anger? You see like this is the point. And you cover the team and say, what did you expect? And this man just went out there and played one of the greatest games in franchise history. I told you I would never in 100 years coach. Because you know why? I understand that there is coaches that are walking around here cashing checks that don't know what the hell that from their feet to the...
For weeks, fans have seen signs of tension building in Cleveland. The offense can't stay consistent, the coaching feels confused, and once again, the defense, led by Garrett, is forced to carry the entire load. But this latest loss, it was the boiling point. Myles Garrett played one of the best games of his career, maybe the best ever by a defensive player in Browns history. 5 sacks. That's a career high and a franchise record. He was everywhere, blowing up plays, chasing quarterbacks, creating chaos on every snap. Yet somehow, it all meant nothing. The scoreboard didn't reflect his dominance. The effort didn't translate to victory. And that's what pushed him over the edge. Right after the game ended, cameras caught Garrett throwing his helmet to the ground in pure frustration. No words, just emotion, the kind that comes from giving everything you have and still watching your team crumble. When Garrett faced reporters after the game, he didn't hide behind cliches or fake optimism. His tone was raw, honest, and frustrated. He said flat out, "I want to win." Simple words, but you could feel the pain behind them.
I'm frustrated. I want to win. I don't care how much time is on the clock. They got their starters in. There's a chance we can win. I want to be a part of that. I don't care how dire the situation looks. I'm going to try to make something happen. So I hate coming out of those situations. I hate, that kind of inevitability and not being able to do anything about it. Because I want to win. I'll do anything.
Garrett went on to say that he hates walking away from a game knowing he couldn't change the outcome, even when he played his best football. Then came the most powerful moment of all. Garrett said he'd throw the whole performance away for a win. Think about that for a second. 5 sacks, a record-breaking game, the kind of performance that should go down as legendary. And yet for Garrett, it meant nothing without a win. That tells you everything you need to know about where his mindset is. He's not chasing stats, he's chasing victories, championships, respect, and right now, he clearly doesn't believe this team is built to deliver any of that. Even while expressing frustration, Garrett still broke down the game with that same football IQ that's made him a leader on this team. He explained that the opposing offense gave him more one-on-one looks than usual, a rare mistake by their coaching staff, and that it allowed him to take advantage. He also credited the Browns' defensive scheme for moving him around the field, letting him attack from different angles and exploit matchups. That shows 2 things. First, Garrett still respects the game plan on defense. And second, he's still laser-focused on doing his job, no matter how bad the situation gets around him. But what makes this moment so striking is that even after dominating, he still left the field furious. Because for him, success isn't measured in personal numbers. It's measured in wins.
Does the loss diminish how you feel about your performance today at all, I guess?
I would throw the whole performance away for a win.
I'm going to say this to Browns fan. What did you expect? You read all the preseason predictions where everyone was telling you it's going to be a long season. Browns are not very good. They may win 3, 4, 5, 6 games optimistically. If I don't know, the football gods smile upon them, maybe they win 8 or 9 and get on the periphery of the playoff picture. But they're not a good football team. The offense isn't good. The defense has a chance to be really good, and it's what's going to keep them in games. All right. Everyone talked about the first half of the schedule or going into the bye, how tough that was. And they're probably going to win 1 or 2 games. Well, guess what? The defense is pretty good. The offense is unwatchable, and they've won 2 games through 8. What did you expect?
This is more than just another loss. This feels like a breaking point. For years, Myles Garrett has been the anchor of this team. He's played through injuries, led by example, stayed loyal, and represented the city with pride. But there's only so much a player, even a superstar, can take. If the Browns don't fix the problems now, the weak offensive execution, the inconsistent leadership, and the questionable coaching decisions, they risk losing the locker room completely. And let's be real, when a leader like Myles Garrett starts snapping publicly, that's not just emotion. That's a warning shot. He's trying to wake everyone up. Because once a player of Garrett's caliber starts questioning the direction of the team, the ripple effects can be massive. Players talk, frustrations spread, and before you know it, the foundation cracks. This outburst wasn't Garrett turning on his team. It was Garrett fighting for his team, fighting for urgency, fighting for pride.
I told you that the defensive players don't mess with him. They've been done on Kevin Stefanski. Bye-bye. But you guys always need to see proof on Sunday. You always need to see proof on Sunday. I know. During the week on Monday, by the time you get to Monday, you vent, you get over it. But let me just get to this, though. Well, listen, this is what happens when you get a bunch of people with a bunch of propaganda. And I'm going to show you, maybe I got to continue to show you the receipts because I'm just a little too old in this game to be shucking and jiving and trying to play the Mr. Conservative route. Cleveland Browns are a complete joke. They're a complete joke.
At the end of the day, Myles Garrett's explosion wasn't about a single game. It was about everything that's been building inside the Browns organization. The wasted potential, the mismanagement, the endless cycle of almost. He broke a franchise record and still felt empty. That says it all. And when a player like Garrett, a generational talent, a locker room leader, and one of the most respected voices in the NFL, reaches that breaking point, the entire team better start listening. Because this wasn't just a moment of frustration. This was a message to Kevin Stefanski. Get this team under control. A message to Dillon Gabriel. Step up or step aside. And a message to every player wearing brown and orange. Play like you actually want to win. Myles Garrett's outburst wasn't the problem. It was the symptom. The real problem is deeper. And if the Browns don't fix it soon, they risk losing more than just games.